Namaste, angels. I'm going to do a client reading for an Aquarius divine feminine with a Leo masculine. And I am beginning with this energy of retreat, which is like air and earth, and most specifically of the air, Aquarius, with this star here above her head or crown chakra, perhaps. The star in the tarot representing the sign of Aquarius, as well as answered prayer and dreams coming true. That's what the star means. And I open right here to answered prayer. So now we go to the energy of air and water, from air and earth. And this air and water is, again, most specifically Aquarius, but adding Scorpio to it. And actually, I think that she is a Scorpio moon, if I remember correctly. Not positive about that part, but I think so. Answered prayer and spiritual growth. All of the cards have been one of these angels with these like heart-shaped wings thus far. The first one with the retreat, then answered prayer, and now spiritual growth. We've seen 3. So both the fact that they have heart-shaped wings and the number 3 may be significant. Answered prayer, I'll go one more. It is balanced. This is air and water again. But it's, as it relates to the tarot, it's fire, because it really holds an energy of like the Temperance card in the tarot, and the Temperance card represents the sign of Sagittarius. Although for me, the Temperance card also is connected to Aquarius, because there's always, including in the Rider-Waite tarot, a water bearer on the card. There's an angel standing in a pool of water with 2 vessels in his hand, pouring water back and forth. That's a water bearer. So that could be why this is showing up too. Balance or temperance. Cut. I think this might be like the 3rd Aquarian female I read for today, and coming to the energy of forgiveness. So that may mean something too. That's another 3. And like the universe always tells me when to do the reading. You know what I mean? Like, okay, get up and read for these people. Right? Like, do those readings you got to do. You know, maybe today's like Aquarius Day. I'm trying to think, why would it be? I'm not sure, but today might be Aquarius Day. In any case, I've come to forgiveness. There's more of these stars here, so there is more Aquarian energy even in this card. But forgiveness is pretty straightforward. It is about the need for us to forgive ourselves and others. Sometimes we're holding on to guilt and pride and ego, and these are things we got to let go. Resentment. We just got to forgive ourselves for having felt those things and thought those things, and maybe spoken or thought negativity over our own lives. We just got to release all that. And then also extend it to other people, and even accept the apologies that we may never ever get. Like, sometimes there's not going to be clarity, there's not going to be closure, there's not going to be anything. The person's just never going to own up to their part, and that's unfortunate, but you got to do the forgiving for you. Overall energy here is relationship, which is about the need to work on one's relationship with themselves. And we saw a lot of that, the need in general to work on relationship with ourselves, connected to the Pisces full moon and the retrogrades, particularly Mars, which had been retrograde in Capricorn and went direct as of last week and re-enters Aquarius, this feminine sign, in about a week and a half on 9/11. The same day that we have a bunch of other new energy as it relates to the spirituality and the celestial system too. We have New Year's, so that's new energy, right? Brand new energy for both the on both the Islamic calendar and the Jewish calendar. It is Rosh Hashanah. That's the Jewish New Year, but it's also considered the Islamic New Year on 9/11. So we have those 2 events. We have Mars getting new energy, right? Getting out of Capricorn, that restrictive Saturn stuff, and moving back into freedom-seeking, humanitarian-loving Aquarius, and taking action in those areas, right? Mars, the planet of action. And then we also have 2 days prior to that, on 9/9/11, right? September 9th. It's the new moon in Virgo. So all of these things will be guiding us to work on our relationships we have with ourselves, and you know, even if it's just like inadvertently, that's going to improve our relationship with other people. You know, that need not be our focus. Other people need not be our focus. We should be our focus, right? I'm working on my relationship with me, but it will also improve relations with others. Divine feminine. The masculine as it relates to the feminine, himself, the union as a whole, overall, what the masculine would have the feminine do toward the union, what he himself is willing to, what the universe would have the two do, and the outcome. Birth. So this is the feminine looking for new things. And look, here's the energy of 3 in this card too, with these 3 rays coming here out of the dove. Very Pentecostal. So ascension, rebirth, new life, right? Being born again, all of that here. The masculine as it relates to the feminine, this is an energy of healing and surrender. And it is one of my most, how do I say, the strongest card for me of healing, because of what I can see in this woman and what she's been through, and the fact that she's still able to surrender. You know, it will never cease to amaze me, even though she's, you know, obviously, she's a drawing, but I can see the pain, the hurt, the scars that all those things left behind. And the fact that she still got her eyes closed, she still got her head tilted back, you know, and she's still allowing for the healing, is just really inspiring. It's about strength. Masculine, I'm seeing that strength in you. About himself, embrace. So this looks like a card where, you know, a couple is in a really tight and passionate embrace. And I'm sure we can draw some meaning as it relates to that from this, but this card is actually depicting one person's inner masculine and feminine, like how this woman next to it has both Mars and Venus, the masculine and feminine planet of love, entering her, you know, simultaneously for the healing and balance. And we saw the card balance too, that I said reminds me of temperance. This card kind of does too. And that healing energy being sent to us so that we can achieve balance. That's what this card is about as well. It's one person trying to get themselves together. So that would be the masculine here. He is surrounded by a lot of fire energy with all this red. That's his Leo. And again, in the tarot, this kind of card, which is very temperance-like for me, is connected to the energy of Sagittarius, or fire signs like his own Leo. The union as a whole, the gateway. So entering a new phase. You know, whatever was going on before, that has ended and or shifted, and we're entering a new era in this relationship, for whatever that means. We'll see if we can figure out what that means based on this. So overall, the energy is miracles. I think somebody else had this in this placement today too. This is funny. What would the masculine have the feminine to work on right now? It's spiritual growth. So focusing on yourself. He'd like to see you expand your consciousness and horizons. Maybe be more open to something that he's trying to propose, perhaps more apt to, you know, seeing greater perspective, which, you know, he's probably wrong about your need to do that. And I don't usually say, I don't think I've ever said that about, you know, the card that the masculine is selected for the feminine, but being a Queen of Swords myself, you know, and that's what we do. That's what air sign females do. That's for what we're known. So I don't know, but there's a lot of fire coming in here too. Yeah, he wants you to be more open to something. And he's got the same color scheme going on, mirroring these cards here. Heaven on earth is an indication. It's about air and fire. So this is you guys, you know, totally. You know, similar to this one. This is about the need to let something go. To let something go, let it die, right? Let the phase end so that you can allow for new, fresh, better energy. The universe giving you, trying to give you heaven on earth, but it can't give it to you if you have the space filled by hell. You know, if hell is taking up heaven's space, then you know, you can't get to heaven. You got to get rid of the hell, dismiss the toxicity, allow yourself to be done with it, release it, let it go, and then the heaven can move in. So he's, you know, his higher self at least is saying that that's where he is right now, willing to do that. Let something go so that something better can come in. Overall, listening. This is for both of you, what the universe would have the two of you to do. So you're going to need to pay close attention to the guidance. Like really try to figure out, and you see any syncs, any signs, or any whatever. Definitely put some effort into and some meditation into deciphering what those messages may be. Also, there could be communication between the two of you telepathically. Be open to that. Be open to that. Like, don't, if you close yourself off, I mean, you know how that works. It won't come through properly. And of course, just messages directly from the universe, downloads and things that you guys could be getting to. And not just like hearing them, but listening means like really taking them in and even following through with the guidance. And the outcome, healing sounds. So obviously this is connected to the listening too, and the need for both of you to, again, work on some meditation, healing, self strengthening, and nurturing, maybe with a focus on sacral, additional focus on the sacral chakra. To get a perspective or a look from the perspective of the universe, and beginning with triangles. So here's this energy of 3 again. It's been very prevalent in your reading. And long distance, which can be indicative of separation. Long distance and control. Somebody being manipulated and or a manipulator. Long distance. And young male. Young male may be an actual child. Or it could be somebody, I'm feeling more the divine masculine, maybe behaving immaturely like a young person, but not necessarily in a good way, not in a youthful kind of fun way, like behaving immaturely. Long distance and young female. This card, more than a person, sometimes it comes through as a person, and you know, it can be connected to somebody now too, but more often and right now it's coming through more so as like that, like a youthful energy, like a Sagittarian energy, or Jupiter. Young female. And young male's back. Could be representative of his children too. In both cases. Kind of got that after. In any event, the overall energy is obstacles. I think somebody else's was obstacles today too. Yeah, it sometimes still gets to me, although I know that this is the case, that we just like repeat these templates, you know? So it's like today's Aquarius day with obstacles as the overall energy day. In any case, the divine couple, recent past, masculine's higher self, near future, additional blocks, obstacles, what the feminine can do, the masculine can do to improve situation. The universe would have the to-do, would love to help you with, and the outcome. Divine couple, Ice Queen. She's facing forward though, so she's looking toward the union. I like that. So this can be representative of you and your energy as an Aquarius, or it can be Venus, you know, coming through herself. Currently in Libra, which is her most loving placement, so that would be a nice place for her to be representing the two of you together. Recent past, rather, work. This tends to be a restrictive energy, acting to connect this card with the energy of Capricorn. We did have in the recent past, again, Mars retrograde in Capricorn. That has caused restriction for everybody. Also a need to actually put effort into our desires, what we want. So it's coming through here. The near future, communication. We're trying to work some of these things through or out via communication. Masculine's higher self, friendship, with definitely room for something far more. Like this is a foundation. This is where we want to begin or repair, renew. We want to do it at that friendship stage. So we're really building on something that's real before getting here. Blocks to the union, wallflower. Not getting up to dance, not taking the opportunities that you've been presented with to take action in your own life and to be engaged, one or both of you, sitting it out instead of doing when, you know, the opportunity has been posed. This tends to be connected to, again, for me, Gemini. Let me raise it up again. Gemini, probably least of the three. Scorpio and Capricorn. Because those are the three signs that would be at a party like this. Sitting down when people are standing around them dancing. So this could also be connected to the Capricorn energy, but especially while sitting here next to work. And, you know, that Saturn retrograde could be involved. Pluto's retrograde in Capricorn could also be involved. Mars retrograde in Capricorn could be involved. And restricting you and holding you back here. It may be the failure to dance is because of that. What the feminine can do, we're working through karma. So you can just be aware of that. Like it's nothing personal, it's not you. We just got to stay on path and follow the guidance. And then we'll get through this patch. And just because it's karma doesn't mean it's bad either. Right? But we're working through a patch that is energy greater and external, you know, greater than and external from our own. What the masculine can do here, dating queen, he's got a choice to make. He's got, you know, more than one suitor. This is party of three. And it's saying he's got to pick. And apparently thus far he hasn't. He's just, you know, not taking action. This could easily be connected to his heaven on earth card and his higher self saying he's ready to let go of one of the things that's not serving him. It could be one of these suitors here. And what the universe will help you with, this is gifts. So this too is connected to the spirituality and the spiritual growth that turned up in the last spread. And the universe is here to support you again through this period, and with, you know, infinite divine guidance available to you. If you ask for it, seek it. And the outcome, courting man, which aligns with, if we make the choice and we take action and we cut somebody off, then we pursue the remaining. Which again, his higher self has said in the last spread he is willing to do. We'll see if there's a follow through on that. First, I'm going to look at some angel tarot cards, begin with the Queen of Water, which represents the sign of Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Someone likened to those traits or attributes. Tenderhearted, empathetic, patient, loving. Relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition. Care for yourself and others. And opening to that Three of Fire. This is like the dating queen card that just turned up. Abundance. Things look very good. Have patience at this time. Make long-term plans. That's absolutely a possibility, and that can be one meaning for you. And then it, you know, can also have something to do with a party of three. Queen of Water. And the Moon with Archangel Haniel. Important psychic insights. Events behind the scenes. Release fears that hold you back. The Moon represents the sign of Pisces in the tarot, or another water sign perhaps. Cancer, Scorpio, in that order, at least as far as I'm concerned. Also about the need to let go of fear and to take action. And trust your intuition. Trust the guidance that you've been receiving that's been telling you to take action. Moon and the Ace of Water. Falling in love, or the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth and enhanced intuition, maybe even a new home. So the new beginning, a divine, like blessed new beginning that we may not be aware is coming, but we just got to have faith and move forward and stay on our path, stay our course, and trust the universe. This doesn't want to tell us everything. But I do got to point out that this together is a 9-11. Ace equals 1 or 11. Moon, 18 equals 9. So the whole month of September is a 9/11, first of all. But again, on 9/11, we do have some very special things. Well, September 9th, 9/9, is also a 9/11 and an 11, ultimately. And that's, again, when the new moon in Virgo comes. And then 9/11, that date, is, again, the Hebrew New Year, the Islamic New Year, and Mars in Aquarius. And 9/11 equals an 11/11 this year. So both of these could be, that whole week could be, you know, or those few days at least could be very significant for you. Ace of Water. And speaking of 11/11 or 4, okay, which again occurs on 9/11, it is the 4 of Fire. Contentment, peace, and abundance, a happy home life, and the successful completion of a project. So also in that few seconds, we've also upgraded from, or progressed already from the 3 of Fire, which we saw early on, and I equated with the dating queen card. We're already up to the 4 of Fire here. Opposite the Ace of Water, this can be commitment. This is something that makes us happy and brings us emotional fulfillment and joy. A reconciliation of sorts, something. 4 of Fire. And it's the Knight of Air, intelligent, decisive, idealistic, and tireless. Events that occur with great speed. Take time to carefully review your options so you can come up with creative solutions. The Knight of Air is a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, and is somebody who needs to make a decision, has a decision to make, or is awaiting a decision. Overall energy here is kind of like that relationship card. It is the 9 of Earth, enjoying life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone, and successful self-employment. This is about nurturing oneself, learning oneself, getting to know, like, and love oneself, enjoying being with you. Crowning the masculine is the 4 of Earth, being too frivolous or too cautious with money, good business decisions, and giving to those less fortunate. So again, working on our foundation, sort of like what I was saying with the friendship. We want to build from something real. He's surrounded by the Queen of Fire, who's confident, warm, intelligent, graceful, is probably his own energy as a Leo. Can be a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, sometimes a Scorpio, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. Stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. So if he's been feeling like he lacks confidence and he can't make a move, which that kind of showed up here with the fear and stuff, the Queen of Fire shows up to give him like a boost. Assert your independence and creativity. Says, listen, go for it. Take action. You can do this. In his subconscious, it is the King of Air. Brilliant, impartial, professional, and diplomatic. Speak your mind with confidence. Seek out professional advice and balance mental and emotional considerations. The King of Air is an Aquarius like yourself, a Libra or a Gemini, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. These two can certainly be, you know, the two of you. And again, a desire to build the relationship on an actual foundation, a healthy foundation. Crowning the feminine or yourself, it is the 9 of Air, expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies and sleepless nights. You are potentially manifesting negativity into your own life. You got to watch your thoughts and the words you speak over yourself and think over yourself. You're surrounded by the 8 of Earth. So just like the other spread, like if you got to put work into what you want, this is saying the same thing. Wherever you want an outcome, you want a reward, put your effort there. Skilled work is rewarded. Learning all there is to know about a topic and maybe even going back to school. The topic is you. So again, you're learning all you need to know about you and getting to like and love you and exactly what you want, like knowing what you want. Feminine subconscious, it is awakening. Major Arcana card number 12 equals another 3. Awakening is the Hanged Man in the traditional tarot, which represents for me the planet Neptune in the sign of Pisces, which it rules. Look at things from a different perspective. You're at a temporary standstill, so it's like you're at a little pause, like time just froze. And in that time, it's a perfect opportunity for you to look at yourself, get to know yourself, and decide what it is you want. And then be honest about that and truly pursue that when time starts again. Crowning, it is yet another 3. It's the 3 of Water, a celebration, a wedding, graduation, or birth announcement, and the need to have more fun. Maybe get out and be social, take your mind off of this overthinking, overanalyzing. At the root, Major Arcana card number 16, life experience, the Tower. A significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change. It's time to spread your wings. So like something that goes on that all of a sudden it just changes everything. And at the heart of the matter, renewal, judgment in the traditional tarot, which represents for me the planet Pluto in the sign of Scorpio, which it rules. Review and evaluate, a favorable assessment of the facts. It's time to move in a new direction. This is about coming to a crossroad. Talk about a placement, right? It's right here at the heart of the matter. Coming to a crossroad and deciding where do we go from here, if anywhere. All right, we're going to continue down this path together, or maybe this is where we part ways, or what are we going to do? Are we going to change the manner in which we walk? Maybe we're going to skip the rest of the way. You know, that's what judgment is about as it relates to relationships. But we're going to further clarify here with the romance angels, beginning with very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Where judgment comes in having nothing to do with relationships, it's also about like this, like not being confident, like being too hard on yourself, overly judgmental of yourself or other people. So we got to watch that as well. And as it relates to abundance, it is about abundance that you have earned. So that being on its way to you, and maybe, you know, more specifically you than the masculine, perhaps. Although the overall energy is the 9 of Earth, so this indicates everybody feeling comfortable as it relates to finances too, at least enough to focus on themselves for a minute. But this can be some sort of abundance coming to you that you worked for it, you earned it. Opening to flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others. Very soon. And you deserve love. You are lovable. So more of that, like the young female, the Jupiter, Sagittarius. Here it is. Here's the Archer. Very soon. Past life relationship. You've known each other before. And that is connected to this judgment again as well. Well, not only to Pluto and to Scorpio and death and rebirth and to Osiris, but also Archangel Jeremiel is the archangel of past lives. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. And one more, flirt. Okay, so I think we saw this one already, so definitely should be the last one. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Past life relationship. Overall energy is engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. And I think we started out with that, right? The birth card, I started talking about ascension, and I think so, right in the beginning of the reading. And the masculine wanting you to ascend too, right? To grow spiritually. Atop the 4 of Earth, it is stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So in planning for himself for his future and setting his foundations, he's going to need to think and speak positive words over his life as well and over your union. Atop the Queen of Fire, and this need to have more confidence in himself, he's got trust, which makes sense. It's like trust that you can achieve what you set out to, what you desire, what you want to. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Atop the King of Air, make the effort. So you already have over here where you're being guided to put work in. Now we have the King of Air attached to make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So that can be from his side as it relates to the King of Air, which is you, right? Make the effort. And this can also be your needing to make the effort and to put work into what you desire, if that's this union. Atop the 9 of Air and your worry, maybe worrying, is this real? Is this fake? Am I wasting my time? The romance angels say romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Atop the 8 of Earth and the work and the reward is forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. So that's on what you need to work. Atop awakening, or the hangman, is unrequited love. Is that what you're worried about? Because this is in your like subconscious, like your mind. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. It's here in your head. So this is like an imbalance in yourself. You need to come into balance. You need to work on healing. And again, the hangman gives you an opportunity to do that, because it just sort of freezes time for a moment. Atop the 3 of Water, it's safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. The 3 of Water, at least, can be about reunions and stuff for me too. Usually of friends, but then again, that's how we were describing your relationship too. Friends, that are maybe something more or want to grow to be more. A top life experience, or the Tower, love yourself first. So you might come to, this might be the revelation into which the two of you come. That it's time to focus on self. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Focusing on self includes, your romantic interests in life too. At the heart of the matter, a top renewal and renewing the relationship is reconciliation. And under the Three of Water, that I just said could be about reunions and reconciliation. Here we go. It's reconciliation. Boom. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Further advice from the Universal Love Oracle to the masculine is celebration. So it's another one of these sort of ascension and also sometimes celebration, pretty straightforward. Three of Water kind of cards. And maybe connected to this reunion here, the reconciliation. For you, it's expectancy. So when expectancy shows up, there's a need to let go of parameters that we're setting on the universe. Like we're telling the universe what day, what time, what manner in which to bless us. And when we do that, we just block our blessing altogether. I use an example earlier with another Aquarius female that, for example, if she wanted money, not to say dear universe, tomorrow at midnight, can you send me $5,000? In small bills. we can't over specify what we want. It's better to, let the universe know, that you ask it to bless your finances, your career, you're focused on some things that you'd like to achieve, and you're needing to manifest a financial blessing that you can access into your hand as soon as possible. In the name of all things holy, amen. And that sort of takes away the restrictions. And then, maybe you only need 5,000, but the universe decides to give you 50 because you didn't tell it what to do. And you didn't limit it. You didn't limit it in its work. So that's what you got to work on. Masculine needs to deal with this karmic female energy. Make a decision here. What he's going to do there, once and for all, it seems. And for you, travel. This is like the Chariot, victory, movement, better days, calmer, stiller waters. Also attached to the energy of retrogrades and revisiting situations and circumstances and relationships. In the Angel Tarot, balance is back. Balance, or temperance, again from the traditional tarot. And here we have this water bearer on the front, this angel pouring water back and forth. The need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise. Wait for perfect timing. Again, in the tarot, balance or temperance, however, represents a sign of Sagittarius. For me, it brings in also Aquarius, but it's really Sagittarius or the fire signs. For you, another 9. You got a lot of 9s, you got a lot of 3s in this reading. It's the 9 of Water. Your wish comes true. Concerns fade away and you have a love of life. And this card very much connected to the energy of Aquarius, although it's water. But again, you are the water bearer. 9 of Water, very much like the Star card in the tarot, except for that's major arcana and this is minor. Both are about our dreams coming true, our wishes being granted, right? Prayers being answered. And from the romance angels to the masculine, you deserve love. You are lovable. So more of this Jupiter and Sagittarius energy coming through, with karmic energy helping him to achieve what he wants, love. Lastly, for you, chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. This is the physical desire. So that's always nice too. Comes in handy. I hope that you enjoy your reading and you find it helpful. Namaste, dear.